What is up? What is up? Oh, we have a jumping bean. That came through several of the messages. I have to pull that reading up. Let me make sure I'm recording because Mercury is in retrograde, or is retrograde. I guess it doesn't even go backwards. It just appears that it's going backwards. What do you think about that? The Akashic Tarot was jumping out at me. So was the Thoth Tarot. I do have transparent symbols. We might get into that. But for now, we're going to get an overall energy from the Oracle cards. This is going deep because we're going into the Akashic here. So we're going deep. This might have something to do with our live, maybe in the collective message. Maybe there's something in there for you. Because we went deep in that reading. That was today, actually. This morning. Alright. So, who is this for, anyway? Do we do Libra? I do Libra. We're digging deep. Tarot knows. The tarot knows. Let's see. We'll ask Thoth, whose reading is this? I guess we're all wondering. You probably already know. I already labeled it. Queen of Swords, I think. Yeah, the air sign Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be a sign just for, you know, overcoming. This is like, she's in her element. She rose up. She rose above all the bullshit. She might have even took some kind of, maybe this is her mask. Usually I think that this is a head, which this was in somebody else's reading. I said there's a queen that has the head. The Queen of Swords in that reading. And sorry about the washer going. It'll stop soon, I guess. That's all part of the message too. That's funny. One of my favorite tarot readers had the same issue. Had static in the beginning for like the first 3 minutes. See, on track game. So yeah, she's rising above in her element, like we're all in reverse. So maybe this is for Mercury retrograde, because this came up, the science reverse with the Fool in reverse. So it's almost like we're afraid to go forward, or we're afraid, maybe we're afraid to go backwards, and like we have to go backwards in order to get back on this track because our heart's all tangled. And it's like, well, you have to, you know, Mercury retrograde is the perfect time to do that, to unravel past pains, this miscommunications with other people, her family. It's like the center point. The center point. More about the center point. The Mercury retrograde. Wow. Okay, let's see. Overall energy from the Lantern Oracle for this retrograde, for this Mercury retrograde. Overall energy. Here we have it. Maybe lapis lazuli. Wow, this is beautiful. It's almost like this lady goes stone, or the stone comes lady. It's like the stone lady becomes real. The unknown, knowing the unknown, but it's in reverse. So it's like maybe we don't know. And then it says wisdom in play, which there is a reading about that. Our intuition knows more than we do, but it's in reverse. And this goes with the science in reverse. It's almost as if you already know. You know better than your intuition. Or perhaps you're doubting, because wisdom is not in play. So perhaps you know, but you're not using your intuition. These are reversals. What I say about reversals? You see the stone lady? It's like a new moon too, so maybe this new moon in Sagittarius. This is the main energy. She's pouring the cups almost like the Temperance. And this is number 3, the Empress. So this is like the Empress and the Temperance, which this is very calm and patient, but when the Empress is in reverse, this is almost chaotic. There's the imbalance. We're mixing like it don't mix, like water and oil, it don't mix. So when wisdom ain't in play, when we're not using our wisdom or our intuition, it's leaving. I heard leaving ourselves wide open. For one, we're unprotected. So that's for one, like your armor of God, I heard. And then I see the full moon shining, like this, whatever is unknown will come to be known. Sphinx. I think this first came out reverse. We will look at this both ways. And this is another thing, like this stone. It's almost like this was undercover, like under all the sand, and like they had to dig it up under the sands of time. But it reminds me of this sand thing, like coming real, like this stone becoming real. And then I heard stone cold. Stone cold. Perhaps we do have to protect ourselves at this time and be real logical. This Queen of Swords is very logical. Not only is she logical, but she uses her intuition. And with the Fool in reverse, this is another indication that we're not using our intuition. Number 5 is the unknown, which also is changes, these new beginnings. Ariel and the Sphinx up here, 2 and 1, 21. It's number 3 also. The Empress of the Empress really has a lot to do with this. The 5 of Roses is also out here. So maybe our children or our inner child have something to do with this. Aren't we talking about our inner child here with the Fool? Perhaps we're cutting ties, or perhaps in order for us to succeed in this, chariot, like full speed forward energy, succeeding, you're winning this battle. We must cut these cords, or perhaps we're coming out of this, like this could be some kind of lie or unjust or argument. It's as if I see like the 2 of Pentacles, like this back and forth, this imbalance, like your head and your heart don't mix. And it's like all these other faces, it's like multi-faced. And then we have these 2 in the deep subconscious. And it's almost like this coming together, the Queen of Roses and Hilarion. And this is underneath the on-track chess game. And Hilarion's in reverse, looking at the Queen of Roses, like here, and it's number 5 too. With the changes, this is like the Hierophant. It's like, here, I have the secret knowledge for you. He has this old book, whether it be religious knowledge, whether it be something holy, whatever it is, it's special knowledge. And it seems as though this knowledge comes from the spirit, or comes from the dream, or comes from some kind of ghost or past life, or it's as if it's a different realm or a different dimension. Perhaps this is the track we have to get on, And in order to do that, we have to be like this Queen of Roses. I think she matches up to the Queen of Cups, maybe? She might be the Queen of Pentacles. See, the Queen of Roses. Yeah, Cups. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. And she's looking right toward the Hilarion. Like, so the Queen of Roses is a loving connection. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful, or someone new may appear. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be that a friend, family member, or a co-worker is going to be helpful and valuable to you in some way. The Queen of Roses can represent you or a woman in your life stepping into the role of a wife or mother at this time. It is a time for loving energy to be voiced. This card, upright, sometimes shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, a friend, or a love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand, so open your heart to the expression of caring within and around you. And it's as if we almost have to be very strategical when it comes to the conscience mind. You know, this was in the subconscious, the Queen of Cups, what we're unaware of. Perhaps this is someone, but I feel like more as though it's an aspect of yourself coming forth during this Mercury retrograde, or perhaps this is an energy that we must embody in order to, you know, succeed in this battle. Because I guess this is the battle of the retrograde, the battle of Mercury, the battle of retrograde. I keep trying to put Mercury retrograde together. But it's almost as if we have to be very strategical when it comes to friends, family, meeting new people. You know, we have to be very strategical. We have to play this game right. With the Three of Keys, this is also like the Three of Pentacles. Like, we have to... It has to do with other people, communication, working with other people, you know. And I really see, and it's right under the wisdom at play. And I was just going to say, I really see the black and white. It's as if there's a black and white, there's no gray area. So being very, what's the word? Discernment. Discernment is the word here today when wisdom's in play. Or when wisdom when we ain't playing on wisdom, discernment is the key. Discernment is the key. And I really see the Scorpio energy when the Sphinx came up. Like I said, hey, what are we doing? And it said Ariel and the Sphinx, and I'm like, oh, Scorpio. But perhaps this new connection is with the divine, or this other dimension, or perhaps this is our powers, the powers that what's in us, or this is a whole different, you know, this is a whole different tradition. Whatever we used to believe, it's like we're, you know, the Queen of Cups can really be obsessive and really focused in on one thing, you know, real honed in. It's almost as if she's real honed in. If you look, all of her attention's faced right in here, and it's as if this isn't all for it's as if she's coming with all of her emotion, all of her love to this Hilarion. And this could be, you know, leading her own way. Like, I am turning my back to these lies, to this injustice, to all these people that do not vibe with me. It's almost like this integrity thing. Like, okay, all of these women are cheating on their men. How am I gonna chill with these girls why they're cheating on their men? And then I have, you know what I mean? That's like, makes me feel some type of way. And that's just getting personal. But we're moving on to the Queen of Cups, and she's just, with the chest came on top in the conscious mind, and her being in your subconscious mind during this Mercury retrograde, perhaps it's beneficial, especially when it comes to other people, 3 and the 8, the Sanga, other children, with these changes, with these families, the community. It's very important, that we're talking about the collective, and perhaps we take a step back, think before we speak. Perhaps, this chest came, this is very, like I said, when wisdom's not in play, we're, instead of going all on logic, perhaps we're using our intuition. And maybe with the Hilarion in reverse and the wisdom in reverse, it's telling us perhaps we do have to mix in an ingredient that doesn't mix in order to get the right temperature or the right texture. You know what I mean? Let's see what Ariel and the Sphinx has to say. Like I say, I see this as very scorpionic energy, like changes. It's number 21, so it's connected to the Empress. So this is all about beauty and love and how we feel, what we smell in the senses. And this is seeing things. Maybe this is going back to ancient knowledge and undigging, uncovering this hidden knowledge, what we were, this unknown from the beginning, this unknown change that this Mercury retrograde will bring upon. Now, Ariel and the Sphinx was originally in reverse, I believe. So, the sands of the desert, that's when the sands of the desert have covered you and we're buried. Not only have you put aside the deep inner work that brings you to light, your self-discovery, but you've also allowed even the mundane little things of life to settle upon you and keep you from your spiritual power. With this card reversed, you may have a strong tendency to slip into old emotional, mental, and behavioral patterns, but be conscious and careful. The sand is quick. You must recommit and make a greater effort now. So, and then I hear, don't panic. It's quicksand, so when you move, the quicker you move, that's why we have to really take a slow, this is very slow. It's like we're moving very slow, especially when it comes to the community. Mercury retrograde puts everything back. It brings up ex-lovers, it brings up past pains, it brings up, old things that are left unsaid or unknown, or, these things that must be taken care of, it brings upon these things. I heard unfinished business, and this Mercury retrograde, perhaps it's bringing back to these loose ends, so that way when it's stationed retrograde, we can figure this out, or perhaps whatever the case may be. For now, we're digging deep and we're learning about this. It's the thing that we covered up. Perhaps it's a trauma, we're not even aware of it. That's why wisdom isn't even at play. Perhaps we have to be. It's like whatever she was blinded to before, she now sees. So it is something you're aware of. There's just something blocking this, and perhaps it is strategical thinking. It's like we have to be logical about this. With the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Roses underneath that, it's not only do we have to be logical, but we have to put our heart, it's our heart and our brain have to be connected. There has to be a brain-heart connection for this, in order for this Sanga, the community is 8 of Cups, That's a very happy 8 of Cups. In order for us to move forward to the future. And the future is what's main focus. He's pointing the thing, the magnifying glass or the thing, like a real close look. So, It says, happily there's still someone both in spirit and the physical world who can help. Find the kindred soul who shares your quest and open to the Archangel Ariel. Make these relationships and your inner work a renewed priority. You have always been and will always be the most important job you will ever have. Dig in. So in upright, it shows it's a time for you to do the most important and possibly most difficult work in your life. The digging and the inner discovery that it takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck. And you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that way you can get to the truth inside. So we really are digging deep to this unknown. And wisdom is not in play. So you're not seeing it, right? There's something hidden. But it's because you're mixing something. This is why we have to be this Queen of Cups and play this chess game. The heart and the mind have to connect in order for this, discernment. Especially when it comes to the community, this Sanga and this on track, this One of Scrolls. This is the communication. But there is someone here to help you. It's the holder of truth, ancient mysteries of the world. It connects and confers with this great source of mystery. So this is why we have to do the digging. Even in the great... Okay. So there's someone here to help you. Uriel, whose name means fire of God, can work directly in your meditations with Archangel for your self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also, be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. Is a relationship a great value? It comes in a time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. Well, that's beautiful, y'all. And look, right behind her is this Sanga. So it's as if we have to dig away at this unknown. And, we have to really add this wisdom in play in order for us to get through to the facts. The facts, these are uncovered. This is why we have to take a closer look and make a change. And this is why we have to look at it in a loving way. And we have to go to the spirit or to what's unseen. Perhaps this teacher, somebody is going to be sent, earlier. Perhaps this is somebody from the spirit world that you're meeting. And this is telling you to meet them. Or perhaps this is your higher self. It's telling you to meet them with compassion and love. And that you're on the right track when we combined our heart and our mind together, especially when it comes to the Sangha or to the people that you surround yourself with. We really have to be like this Queen of Swords. She's not afraid to be alone. She ain't afraid to cut anybody off. She ain't afraid to use her intuition and her logical thinking. If we have to cut ties, we're cutting ties. We're doing whatever we can to unravel this heart and to get to the bottom of this fear, without drowning in the quicksand. And that's a beautiful reading for Mercury retrograde and the collective. I hope this was helpful. I thank you for being here. If you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you do subscribe if you resonate. Also hit the like button and you can comment how you do resonate. Shall we read the unknown? Jumping bean. Or perhaps the wisdom. Wisdom in play. Playtime is where we express what we subconsciously know and learn with increased ease and depth. When we playfully engage with life, it magnifies our openness and ability to be present in the moment. A state of playfulness is when the mind relaxes its control and censorship over the expression of our spirit self's wisdom. So it's almost as if we have to let our guard down and be in this playtime mode. And almost like, it's almost like we have to get our brain mushy, because it's like, what is it, mind who's, it's like,
you should have a mind attached to nothing, but open to everything, or have a mind open to everything and attached to nothing.
It's saying, in states of play, we can freely explore ourselves and our ideas without the fear of the burden of real life consequences. So activities of emotional relief and reprieve can be enjoyed, and in such carefree moments, solutions to our problems often occur to us. This is because play and creativity take place in the hypothetical space of make-believe, visualization, and imaginative problem solving. And inner subconscious knowing can be accessed and expressed through intuitive action and reaction. The maiden is blindfolded with her head facing upward. She pours her spirit self's energy from one cup directly into the other with no spillage. She appears to be relaxed and in a state of play as her intuitive pouring is achieved with exceptional precision. This demonstrates the potential of one's inner knowing and guidance to wield results that are superior to those of logic and reason. Like I was saying, wow, maybe we're not playing enough. It's saying now it's time to prioritize play. So maybe we want to write, draw, maybe even creative writing, art, painting, dance, anything, creative play. And it is in reverse, so this switches up the meaning a little. That's why I said the logic and the mind and the heart have to be connected in order for wisdom to become play. You know, the black and white, this discernment. In order for this unknown to surface, and it's something that's perhaps within ourselves that we're digging and digging. But you're on the right track when you go to the spirit in a loving way. This is in the subconscious. So perhaps we do have to go deep. You know, because we're coming up forward focus. You know, as this queen, very blunt, communication in this community, these new beginnings with a closer look, you know, and we're unraveling this heart to release this fear. We're gaining the information of the knowledge that we don't have, you know, these clues, and we're cutting ties from all the past people and all the past things. You know, we're rising above anything that doesn't match our vibration. And we're on the track. We're on the track. As Mercury retrogrades, we are on track. And this is a beautiful reading. I thank you so very much for being here. I love y'all all. Again, we didn't read the unknown, just in case it has key information here for us. It is natural and human to feel reluctant and fearful at the beginning of a significant change. Change confronts us with so many unknowns and such overwhelming feelings that challenge us whenever an unfamiliar direction is taken. However, to never try something new or cease to continue when things change is to go against life's natural rhythm of continued growth and transformation. What is known can quickly become comfortably familiar as well as stifling to our gradual yet ongoing progression. The price we pay to stay in what is known is stagnation and fear, what we were talking about down here. Trust that you have the significant skills and knowledge to navigate your way through an unknown aspect of your life. It may be that you have avoided or put off changing your career, changing locations, committing to a new project, starting a family, or ending a relationship for some time now. If so, this card has shown up to remind you that if you do nothing different, nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You are so much more than the accumulation of your fears. You are capable of moving forward despite any uncertainty that you might feel. You have everything that it takes to choose the unknown and embrace change by focusing on what your next step requires. Any and every journey is the result of taking one step into the unknown at a time. Once you choose to keep moving, the next step will be made known to you. So yeah, get on the tread, y'all. Step into the unknown. Perhaps the unknown is known. Let me know. Do you know? All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.